tight to your valuables. If anything falls out of the truck, I can't stop and pick it up, unfortunately, no matter how expensive or shiny. So hold on tight to everything you hold dear. We are entering the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. The word Harambe is Swahili. It means working together. That underscores the African government's efforts to work with its citizenry to protect precious wildlife. And in 1971, the Harambe Wildlife Reserve was established with that very goal in mind. Over the years, animals have become less afraid of humans, which is great for us, but not good for the animals, because they can't tell good humans from bad ones, and that makes them easy targets for poachers. Now, folks, look at my right arm. Look at my right arm. Look at where it's pointing. Look at that far right wall there. That little creature is the yellowback duiker. The word duiker is Afrikaans. It means diver, because that little animal is known for diving headfirst into heavy brush to avoid being seen by predators. Now, look straight to the right, folks. Look straight out to the right. Now, there's a bamboo tree there, but next to it, you'll see black and white stripes. That hiney belongs to the okapi. People think the okapi is related to the zebra because of those stripes, but that animal is the only known living relative of the giraffe. They were discovered in the Western world in 1901. And they literally have all the features of the giraffe, minus, of course, the height and the spotted pattern.
Oh, look at that. People, look. Look, it's the hippo. Right there.
Look to the left. This is the critically endangered black rhino. Hundreds of thousands of these animals have been slaughtered for the horns on their head. And as a result, there aren't even 5,000 of them left in the world. Even on wildlife reserves, we can't guarantee their safety. And it's tragic because their skin is an inch thick. So no other animals in the world even go after them, only poachers. And the horns that they're killed for are made of the same material as our hair and fingernails. It's called keratin. It's not even attached to their skulls. And if poachers didn't kill the rhino, their horns would grow back. Now, this black and white bird is the saddle-billed stork. That's Africa's tallest stork species. They stand 5 feet tall, fully extended. Their wingspan is up to 9 feet wide. Now,
what would you like to do?
We call them the ghost of the forest. It's a very shy, reclusive animal. And their horns are slanted so they don't snag brush as they navigate swiftly through the forest. Now we're going to make our way out of this part of the forest and head on over to the Safi River. That's where Nile hippo gather. Nile hippo are one of Africa's largest animals. Their babies are born at about 85 pounds. Full-grown males weigh 5,000 pounds. Their very large bodies overheat quite easily, so most of the time you'll find them submerged, completely underwater. But look right there. Wow.
Whoa.
Now, they'll take a breath at the surface and they'll sink all the way down to the bottom of the river, because at 5,000 pounds, folks, they do not float. They'll just walk along the bottom, not needing another breath for up to 8 minutes. Sweetie, are you sitting down? Okay, awesome. Thank you, folks. And we're going to see some more on the left. They're going to be in the water, probably. Yep, look over here. Well, look at that big old dingy gray bird skulking through the water there. That is the pink-back pelican. They're very smart birds. They work together in groups to herd fish into shallow water for easy group feeding. Look at this.
That's the one who saved Marlene. Yeah, that's my. Oh, look at those.
Now, as we come along this curve here, folks, I caution you to keep your fingers inside the vehicle. We're about to approach hungry Nile crocodile. They are far larger and way more aggressive than the mere 6-foot-long American alligators. These creatures reach 20 feet long. They can emerge from the water at 50 miles per hour to take down prey the size of a buffalo, crushing their bones with 1,200 pounds of pressure per square inch. Scary looking, aren't they? Now you'll notice some of them have their mouths open. These are cold-blooded creatures. When they open their mouths, they release excess heat and gases, and that regulates their body temperature. Did it come out good? Awesome. I know a little bit of French. S'il vous plaît, veuillez vichyssoir. Folks, I learned how to say please remain seated in about 7 different languages. Oh boy. All right, folks. Now, take a quick peek at this big upside down looking tree on the right. It looks like the roots are in the air, doesn't it, folks? That is the baobab tree. The baobab tree will grow to be as old as 1, even 2,000 years. They can survive very long periods of drought by storing tons of water inside their hollow trunks and choosing not to grow leaves for up to 9 months out of every year. And now we are entering my favorite part of the reserve. Welcome to the Serengeti grasslands. This extends for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It is the superhighway for millions of migrating animals every year and home to some of our more famous species like lions, elephants, and giraffe. Now, the animals in this particular ecosystem are really quite amazing because each one of them, while eating, actually doubles as a gardener to help maintain the environment. I'll explain that. For example, elephants are like our bulldozers out here. They eat the leaves from the trees they knock down. Knocking down the trees helps the grasses continue to spread, and that is very important to the various antelope species and zebra, those larger animals that eat the grass regularly. So we compare them to which gardening tool, folks? Larger creature that eats the grass regularly? Which gardening tool? The lawnmower. Yeah. Now, the giraffe are like our built-in pruning shears. They eat the dead leaves from the undersides of trees. That keeps the tree healthy and also ensures that everything under and around that tree will continue to catch sunlight and keep growing. And finally, the smaller nibblers of the grass, like the gazelle and warthogs, we compare to edgers and edge trimmers. So in the grand scheme of this amazing ecosystem and its perfect natural balance, there's enough food out here for everyone. And folks, this is the wild Africa we're all working to conserve. On the left here is Africa's largest and tallest antelope. This is Patterson's eland. They stand 6 feet tall, just at that hump at their shoulders here. That's 6 feet tall at that shoulder hump. We're not even counting their head and horns. And full-grown males weigh 2,000 pounds. Now, folks, look at all these red, earthy, pointy things here. Look at this thing here. Oh, that's a sable antelope, by the way, out there by that tree to the left. That's the official emblem of the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. But folks, someone take a guess what this thing is. Termites, that is correct. That's a termite mound. Folks, that's made of nothing more than termite saliva and dirt. That sounds disgusting, doesn't it? But as it happens, termites are quite the little engineers. They contribute a lot to the ecosystem. It turns out that their saliva is very acidic, and when it mixes with dirt, folks, these mounds literally become hard as cement. So elephants will use the taller mounds as scratching posts. Now the shorter mounds, like the one to the right there, those have a far more important use. Smaller animals like antelope and gazelle will climb on top of those and watch out for predators hiding in the tall grass.
Oh. Did you see it? Where is it? Para lang tayo na sa Nueva Vizcaya nito.
Oh, there's some giraffe over here, folks. Giraffe! Now, folks, they're gonna be right next to our trucks. I want to ask you all to please not make any loud noises. Please don't scream or shout at them. That will stress them out and spook them. This is their home. We are the invaders. We have to respect the reserve and the animals in it. Now, these are Maasai giraffe. They stand 14 to 19 feet tall. Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they beautiful? And under that palm tree, see the giraffe is lighter in color? That's the reticulated giraffe. That one stands 18 to 20 feet tall, making it the world's tallest animal. Their name comes from the Latin word reticulata, that means net. Each giraffe's pattern, by the way, the net describes their pattern. Each giraffe's pattern is as individual and unique as our own fingerprints. Now, folks, look past those giraffe under those palm trees. Look at those huge horns. Those horns belong to the Ankole cattle. They're also known as Watusi cattle. Look at that. Because they were domesticated by Africa's Watusi tribe. Now, this animal was not a food source. It was a symbol of wealth. There they are. Those were the cattle of kings. The more of them a king owned, the wealthier you knew they were. Those horns will grow to be 5 to 6 feet long, and they contain a honeycomb structure that holds blood vessels all the way to the very tip. That animal's blood is cooled inside those horns. Alright folks, let's turn to the left and look for monkeys. If you see one, holler. Oh, I see one under the trees here. Okay, look over here folks. These are monkeys. These monkeys are called mandrills. They're Africa's largest monkey and the world's most colorful. They get to be about 100 pounds fully grown. And look, if they show you their red and blue faces, oh look at his face, look at his face. You all should instantly recognize that monkey. Or at least its animated cousin, right? Y'all recognize him? That's the one. That's the one. Alright, now I'm going to turn on a little music here for the ride, folks. We've got a pretty good radio station here in Africa. Enjoy the music, everyone. Alright, now we've lost our radio signal. Sorry about that, folks. We're going to make our way over this old rickety bridge here and head over to the red clay pits. Now, I've been told there's some elephant activity over there. I've even heard rumors about baby elephant sightings. So we're going to go check that out and see what we can find. Now these are the red clay pits, folks. I can tell elephants have been nearby. Look to the right. Those are fresh elephant tusk marks in the red clay. Elephants actually eat that clay. It's a good source of minerals for them, particularly when they're expecting. But folks, as you all know, elephants have had a very difficult time with poachers. They have been hunted and slaughtered relentlessly for years, so that poachers can sell those white ivory tusks that both male and female elephants have. But there is progress. Here in Harambe, there's a group of scientists and researchers, and they do nothing but study elephant vocal patterns. Because believe it or not, folks, elephants talk to each other. They also understand each other. Their sounds are barely audible to us as humans. It's kind of a supersonic low rumble, but we can hear, well, they can hear each other from several miles away. So as humans, we're learning to decipher the sounds they make for ourselves, so that when elephants are in the wild and they find themselves in danger, we'll be able to recognize their need for help, and then we can better protect them out here. Oh, there's a little one. Look over there. Oh, and there's another one little right behind that big one. Look. Look, they should not be allowed to hide from us like that. Look at how adorable. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? I think that's a boy. Ladies, his mother carried that boy for 22 months. And then she gave birth to a 311-pound bouncing baby boy. And she did, yep. Makes your eyes water thinking about that, doesn't it? It makes mine water, I can tell you that. Now, little girls will never leave their moms because elephants are a matriarchal society. They're a community run by females, so they stay together for life. But that little boy over there is going to leave his mommy after 13 to 15 years, and he'll either go live on his own or with a bachelor herd with other male elephants. Now, 13 to 15 years is the length of the elephant childhood. That's the second longest childhood on the planet, second only to humans. Now here on our left is a watering hole where greater flamingo. Greater flamingo are both the largest and the lightest pink of all the flamingo species. Now when they're born, they're adorable little tiny gray buzz balls. It takes about 2 years' time for their pink coloring to fully develop, and that's as a result of eating brine shrimp and other crustaceans that are rich in carotene. Carotene is the stuff that makes carrots orange, by the way.
Yeah, there's a turtle.
I see that too.
So folks, we saw the black rhino when we first entered this reserve. We're now entering white rhino territory. Now, you'll see for yourselves that the white rhino isn't even remotely white, folks. They're the same color as the black rhino. We'll find some in a bit. Now, in the meantime, look here. This is an endangered desert antelope. They're called addax. Now, keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this animal can live up to 25 years. Their bodies are so acclimated to desert conditions, they can live that entire lifetime and not ever drink a single drop of water. Ever. They get